Can we talk about the ooey gooey?
All right, let's explain to the people what it is.
I forgot that it even existed. Like, this is a hard thing to come by.
Yeah, you don't get it every day. Usually you get it only through toxic relationships.
I really think that the only other ooey gooey I've ever experienced is my ex-girlfriend.
Mine's a few exes in the past as well.
Yeah.
It's not every day. And that's not just to say of girlfriends. That's like any girl.
Yeah, any girl. Like okay, a regular wet vagina is like a water-based kind of wet.
Yes.
It's just like, it's great. There's nothing bad about it. But when you get that ooey gooey,
the ooey gooey, the viscosity of it is similar to snot. Almost.
It's like a snotty
It's like a
pussy.
mucus.
Yeah.
It's a mucusy pussy.
Yeah.
Which sounds disgusting until you put your penis inside it.
It's magical.
And it almost has like an electricity in it. It's like electrically charged. Like this tingle's different.
This is like fucking quicksand.
It's dangerous, is what it is.
You
it's
get
extremely dangerous.
You get trapped. It sucks you in like quicksand.
Well, all right. Battle raps, cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so.
That's all I'm saying. That's literally what the media is. Welcome back to Strategy and Dolo Show.
Yeah, we were just kind of plotting some things.
Yeah, we were talking about how we could really take this show to the next level, and racism is the key. It's the missing ingredient, really.
It's the only thing anybody cares about nowadays.
If you're not racist or fighting racism, you're just in the background.
Yeah, you're out of the loop.
You're in the background. It's crazy. Welcome back, episode 32. The kids are back at it. Daddy's home. How you feeling, baby? Because you don't sound great. You sound a little stuffy.
Okay.
But how you feeling?
I'm feeling like my allergies are fucking taking a toll on me. I'm sure everyone's fucking scared to watch this now. They're worried they're going to get COVID through the fucking computer.
If you have COVID on a podcast, is it
transmissible through the computer?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you ask the CDC, I'm sure they'll tell you both ways.
Because you know that even if you take the medicine, if everyone else doesn't take the medicine, you're not going to be all right.
Right.
Like if you work out today, but nobody else works out, your workout is worth nothing.
This damn gym isn't working.
It's worth nothing.
You're ruining my experience in the gym, people.
It's crazy.
Get off your ass.
It's crazy how these things work these days.
It really is wild.
You know what else is wild?
What's that?
My pubic hair.
You didn't trim it?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I thought you were going to say another girl fucking shut you down.
I did have to trim my pubes. That was an early episode. That was like an early podcast episode because that happened in the other house.
Yeah.
Very recently after my breakup, actually.
Yeah.
With my girlfriend that I miss.
Wait, right now or back then?
Right now, do I miss her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss her.
Okay.
I miss her a lot. Going home is tough. Because, the last time I was there, she was there doing my laundry and making me food. And now I'm like a baby that I don't know what to do when I'm there.
Watching TV on your couch when you're not getting your ass ate is not the same.
It's really not the same at all.
Yeah.
Speaking of TV, have you seen this new Netflix show, The Chicago Party Ant?
No. What
Bro,
is that?
It's so stupid. It's a cartoon. It's like a Family Guy or something,
okay.
It's like a stupid cartoon. But there's so many good Chicago references that I enjoy it.
Okay.
But it's really dumb.
What's it on? What
Netflix.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. It's Chicago Party Ant, like the bug?
Aunt, like your aunt. Like you want to have sex with my aunt? You think she's hot?
AUNT.
Yeah. It's great. It's a good. If you just said you're homesick a little bit, this will make you feel like I put it on when I'm going to sleep, and it's comfort.
Like give me a reference they threw out there.
It's just like they talk about Wrigley fans, you know what I mean, and just Chicago shit, the food and the politics and the sports and everything. There's just really good stupid references that you're like,
I'll check it out.
I forgot about that,
For sure.
How was your weekend? I was in Chicago. You held it down in Houston.
Yeah, holding it down or it held me down. I don't know. One or the other.
What happened? You got anything good? Can you remember anything good?
I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, see, here's the thing. I drink pretty much every night, but I don't get wasted until Sundays, you know. So
Sunday
I remember pretty
like
much everything.
Let your hair down.
Sunday's a little foggy, but I mean, I think Heavy was in town. That was pretty cool. Got to see him. We went to this place called the Standard. You been there, Standard?
Bro? I went to Standard last Monday for the booth pimps, the homies. I went to support their new Monday night. And I like that place.
It was lit.
The vibe is nice,
bro. Sunday
they have
was fucking crazy. I didn't know, like, I know like Bottled's lit. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, like the only thing that happened is Bottled and then Heart. But Standard was fucking. It was pretty crazy in there.
Yeah, I bet you saw a lot of your own people too.
You
felt real at home over there.
I saw a lot. Yeah, I ran to Ebonics. We fucking smoked hookah. Fucking. It was like organized madness, kind of. Not really organized, just madness is actually what it was.
It was like a beautiful chaos.
Like
kind of
like
thing.
the DJ booth is like in the middle of the dance floor, and
I like that.
And the whole crowd's like behind the DJ, kind of, but you're playing to like the people who are smoking hookah, but like you know it's lit because it's fucking
That's
like people standing on your shoulders. I don't know. It maybe I was just wasted, but it felt pretty crazy. Maybe it was. You know, I was probably just wasted. It was probably actually really, really normal.
Just fucking
I'm like, this is crazy. And everybody's like, yeah, it's pretty chill, actually. There's like 10 people here. No, it was crazy. It was lit.
Yeah, it's they did it right in there. They got like nice Instagrammable looking things for the bitches to take pictures of and set their phone on the table. And isn't that the most annoying thing?
I was way too wasted to notice any of that.
You just do it. Nowadays, you could be doing anything. You could be at Starbucks ordering a drink, and a bitch will come up and like prop her phone up on the counter against the fucking Kind bars
and start
to do a little
TikTok.
fucking TikTok in the Starbucks.
Oh my
and
God.
like you used to be ashamed to like you used to like hide taking a selfie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's just like I am so shamelessly trying to be somebody that I'm not on the internet. I don't even give a fuck.
The world is your stage.
It's wild, bro. I begin fucking. I feel bad for these hoes now.
Don't. They're fucking living the time of their life.
You
know?
think so?
I think
they
so.
They look so sad.
They look so
sad
stupid.
and thirsty and needy.
Oh, that, yeah. Well, that, but they don't. But they're delusional. It's like when they talk about like if there's a. I was gonna say retarded, but if there's like a mentally handicapped kid, right?
You can say retarded.
Okay, if there's like a fucking retarded kid,
yeah,
right, and he's like having the time of his life, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, this poor guy doesn't know, but he just shit himself and he's fucking happy as a clam.
You're right. He doesn't know.
Like, is he losing or is he winning?
He's winning.
Because then I walk outside and I'm self-conscious about every fucking thing I do and I can't enjoy myself. Meanwhile, this guy's over here jerking off on the bus on the way to school in front of everyone and doesn't give a shit. And no one cares.
Like it's his fucking job.
Bro, there was a mentally handicapped kid on my school bus as a child. I was probably in middle school. I remember this guy.
You don't know his name?
I don't remember his name. I barely remember my own name. But anyhow, I do distinctly recall a time when this kid was jerking his dick on the bus, and he didn't get any trouble for it.
Well, he was jerking his dick on the bus, like in the back?
No. He had the front seat.
In the aisle?
He had the front seat, and he was...
They did used to sit in the front.
I can picture it like it was yesterday. He sat in the front, he had his backpack on his lap, and he was fucking spanking it.
Just
and like,
away.
Like he knew what he was doing, and he looked at me and he smiled, which was kind of weird. But I wonder, like, what's that?
Was he gay?
No, he was into like
to you.
No, he was into girls peeing for some reason. And the reason I know this,
you spoke with him about it.
Of course, I spoke. He rode the bus with me, so I used to, bring my Lowrider magazines on the bus, and in the Lowrider magazine, there's girls, right? This kind of sounds fucked up, what I would do, like as a joke, but anyhow.
It's the old you. You've grown.
In the Lowrider magazine, in the back of the thing, it would have like the tech specs on the fucking cars. So it'd be like what kind of tires they ran and what were the series and the profile of the tire and what was the engine and everything like that. So there's all these numbers on there. And he would be like, "Oh my God, does she pee on herself?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, she probably does." And then I would show him the tech specs and be like, "You should call her." I don't know if he ever called one of those numbers and asked for a peeing girl.
He said, "Does she pee on herself?"
That was like his thing. He was into girls peeing on themselves.
I know a kid like that.
He had the downs, and he was all about the girls peeing on themselves.
He had the downs, and he wanted to get down on some fucking
self-urinating women.
Yeah, some fucking yellow snow.
Yeah, I mean, now I think about it, that was kind of fucked up. I'm sorry.
Was it? No, it's fine. Dude, I think about that all the time, honestly. Like, shit that I did when I was younger that I didn't know any better because you don't know yet.
Yeah,
you don't know yet. You're
until
an
you
idiot.
get, like, shitted on, then you realize you're like, wow, that feels shitty.
But
like,
not
when you're a
even that.
kid, like, you clown and you, like, roast. I mean, I guess as an adult, you roast
I
people
roast
too,
all
but-
the time as an adult, but I'm talking about real fucking
Like, give me an
meanness.
example.
I'm talking real
What? Okay,
meanness.
I
was
could
a
see you doing some
mean
fucked up
child,
shit. You're a
dude.
mean adult, so
I
I
was
could
a
see you-
mean kid, bro.
What did you do?
I would be so mean to like ugly girls usually. Like I was just like, I would make fun of
It's
them.
not
And I was so
bad enough
mean.
that the world's stacked against them.
I mean, I think about it now and I'm like, holy shit, that's fucked up. Like
So-
one time this girl wrote a letter. This was in like kindergarten. I said some mean shit to this girl because I'm a fucking piece of shit. And she wrote a letter to my mom and sent it to the crib. And my mom read it and was like punished me, made me go apologize to this girl.
I thought you were gonna
Like,
say
it was
she's
the
like,
whole
this
thing.
bitch must be ugly as fuck.
No. She was like, well, what do you do when you get a letter from a young girl that your child bullied at school and is like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's
not great.
Like, you're like, what kind of animal am I raising?
Right,
here?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I think back and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
So now you're
Terrible.
like making it up to him by getting blowjobs by all of them.
Well, I'm trying to have sex with as many ugly girls as I can because it makes me feel a little bit better about what I did in the past. You know?
Yeah. So make him look at your butthole.
Or even just like girls that were like fucked up, you know, like emotionally and like just like now it's like girls that would be strippers now. You know what I'm saying? Like back then you didn't really know what was wrong. You just knew that they were like the whores. And you're like, you know what I mean? And
I always thought they were fun. I'm like, these girls are awesome.
Yeah, but then you think
And then you
back,
find out that their dad molested them or something,
you
and you're
think
like,
back
ugh.
and you're like, well, now I understand why she blew every fucking dude on the soccer field. You know what I mean?
Probably didn't have the highest self-esteem.
Like, fuck.
No, I mean, and those ugly girls went on to become lawmakers and politicians, and now they're destroying us all in revenge.
Well, hopefully that
things
doesn't
you
happen,
did to them,
because
you
I was
asshole.
a terrible, terrible kid, and I'm sorry to all the fucking quiet, ugly girls that I just would make fun of.
Well, you know what? This is a great
Relentlessly.
platform because I'm sure they're all watching, because it's definitely only ugly people watching the show.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Just kidding. What do we got on topics today?
We got a couple things. I mean, let me start with my weekend.
Oh,
back
yeah.
home.
You heard about mine.
Back
You didn't hear about yours.
home in Chicago. Just so nice. Just nice being there. You land and the city's beautiful. Everything's working. You know what I mean? Like street
You mean
lights
there
are
was
not
electricity?
out.
Because
There was
the electricity went out a couple nights ago.
Yeah, there
Again.
was electricity the whole time. No cutoffs,
interruptions?
no interruptions.
Oh, wow.
It was good. It's a little crime ridden. There's a little bit of crime going on right now.
That's no
and,
secret.
You know, that's nothing new. Everyone knows Chirac. Oh my God! If you've never been there, you're like, holy shit! You must have to wear a bulletproof vest everywhere you go. That's never how it was. That's kind of how it is now.
Yeah.
That's never how it was though. Like all this shit used to happen
You knew where
in
to
a
stay
different
away
part
from.
of the city.
Yeah, you knew where to stay away from.
But it's slowly taking over the entire city. The crime, that is.
Well, I mean, crime works like that. It's like a fucking cancer that spreads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what's the? What's the factor, right?
Well,
Why
here, I'll
not?
tell you the factor.
Why was it? Why wasn't it a problem?
Police force, because people couldn't loiter, and honestly, police would harass people who looked like they were up to no good, and
Bro.
rightfully so. Because now that you can't do that, we see what's happened.
5 people got shot on fucking Milwaukee and Des Plaines and Kinsey, like right where Cheech's restaurant was, where that chocolate factory is. 5 people got shot, drive-by, automatic weapons.
Yeah.
Like that shit used to happen.
Further west, further north,
away.
further south.
Why is that happening in the middle of a neighborhood where none of these people are from?
Yeah.
They're not Like, nobody doing that shooting went home to the crib like 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
what's going on here?
There's no one to tell them they can't.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah. But, you know, this is life in 2021. So,
I mean, I want to talk to a Chicago historian and figure out the last time that it was like this.
Well, I mean, you could look at statistics. The early 90s, it was fucking, the murder rate was like way higher than it is even now.
But
and the
where
70s,
was the
it was even higher. No, I mean, it's you can probably look up crime maps. All right, so there's I don't know if they have the same log for back to those dates, but there's a website called Hey Jackass, and it shows every shooting and where it's at, and it goes back at least 10 years, because like you can see on there. Because anytime somebody be like, oh, so-and-so got shot, and I'd be like, oh, look at this, you know what I mean? Or remember we would be driving home and like the gas station, and there was like a quadruple homicide, yeah, and then you're like, oh, what happened? Okay, so you look here. So that website's still inactive, I think, or inactive. That means it's deactivated, right?
Inactive would be no good.
It is active.
You're not going to see any shootings.
But yeah, I mean, here's the other thing, right? I think when the media wants to like pump it, they do, because like I can remember a lot of times when like those shootings would happen and like it would not get on the news, and not just in the hood, but like in other places, like wherever you live, you know what I'm saying? And like you wouldn't hear about it on the news. So the thing is, in Chicago, like that happens, and there's so much happening all the time and so much movement in the city that like you can easily not hear about a shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're not more in different areas now, but I'm also saying is like you might be more conscious or aware of it than you were before, because I can remember a lot of times like we'd see like or I would see or hear shootings and everything, and then like I'd try and find out, you know, being a nosy white person, what the fuck happened.
Looking out the window on your fucking phone.
You can't find anything. No, I'm not gonna fucking be that guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be that guy. But I would be curious. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I heard a shooting. Did they get hit? Do I care? Well, it's that or fucking sit here and jerk off again. I'm gonna look into this. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're right. The media can do, you know, they could take it wherever they want. They can print the stories and rile up the
crime
fear
is hot, and people are thinking like you're thinking. What is happening to this city? So then they're like, oh my God, there's a shooting. Let's fucking report it. And then you're like, oh my God, the city is going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to say that it's not, though, because, I mean, it seemed like it was eventful. You said that a Charger wrecked through our favorite late night diner.
Yeah, I was across the street. I was at Hush. All right, hold on. Let me paint the picture here. It was Friday night.
Okay.
Right? Friday night. I get out early, 9 p.m. I don't work until 2 a.m. I'm out at 9 p.m. taking shots, having drinks, schmoozing, you know what I mean?
That's a dangerous time to start drinking.
It was a little dangerous. I went and saw the Lord for a bit, you know, I paid my respects. I kissed the ring.
He has a ring now?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
No, I hung out with Chris R. That's always a good time. You know, you catch up, you get filled in on all the drama that you missed, all the, you know, all that.
It's probably been over a year since I've been out in Chicago.
You got to get back.
I got to get back.
You got to get back and get out and fucking see everybody, and it's just faces everywhere that you recognize, and it's comforting and it feels good. So I make my way to Hush. And the energy in there is fire. Everybody was just bopping around, kind of. Dex was opening. He's playing good house music, like Spy Bar, sort of, but with a little more vocals.
Like a groove cast?
Something like a groove cast, a little bit less emotionally invoking, tear-jerking music, more like I want to do cocaine in the bathroom and have sex with this girl, you know.
It's a good, vibe to set.
Opening, like everyone's bopping around. It was just good in there, and it didn't feel needy. Like it didn't feel like you walk in there and you see people that are uneasy and they're like, oh, there's not enough people here, or you know, well, he's not playing the right song, and like me, I want this. It was just like, yo, I came here to have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time.
Just
bopping around. It was a good vibe. And then slowly it just fills up. It's getting more busy. Across the street at Bounce, the fire marshal was there fucking with them about people with masks. Like, that's still happening
Those
in
fucking
Chicago.
Nazis. Fuck
That's
them.
still happening in Chicago. Every grown adult that is in the nightclub who doesn't want to have a mask on, clearly, because they don't fucking have one on.
Right.
is making a decision to do that. Like, what are you fucking with people for?
Right.
Nobody cares. Obviously, everybody is in there for a reason. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need other grown adults coming and telling us what to do.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing. The fucking fire marshals across the street. I'm like,
it's the same fucking fire marshals that have been extorting nightclubs in Chicago for years. Let's talk about that for a minute, okay? These fucking assholes come in, and if you don't fucking, grease their palms, they'll fucking come in and count heads. It feels almost like a Nazi Germany. I swear to God. It feels really good to be in Texas where we don't have to deal with fucking assholes like that. But let's talk about these fucking pieces of shit for years. Oh, we got to tip fire marshals on the way. Okay, well, so now what? Remember, actually, that did happen here. I got to take it back. When these fucking assholes were still running shit down here, and then the THCB would come in back. Okay, everybody put your mask on. It felt very Nazi Germany-like, right?
I mean, listen, I can't.
Like they come in and we're all supposed to put on these masks. Like, yes, sir, yes, sir.
I don't know if I can endorse the Nazi Germany thing. Maybe like early, like before when they came to take the guns,
all right. I'm sorry. I forgot you're Jewish. All right, not like they're gonna fucking gas us, but like it felt very like dictator coming in. Like, all right, fucking show that you're submissive, so they don't fucking destroy our livelihood, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just like we're fine over here. Everybody over here is all right. We all came here for a reason. We know what we're doing. Everybody's grown. There's businesses with licenses. There's people with fucking money to spend. It's all good over here.
Yeah.
What are you doing over here?
Yeah.
We're fine.
It's all about just invoking that fucking power. You fucking fuck.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But so that, like, that's, everyone's like, man, why don't you move back to Chicago? Because I'm like, yo, I fucking miss it. I miss it. I'm home. I'm crying on people's shoulders, telling them how much I miss them, blowing my nose in their shirt. And they're like, why don't you move back? I'm like, because there's the looming death of the industry still. Like, they're still fucking with people about masks. People are using it as an excuse to not pay you good money. Oh, they came in, gave us some tickets last week, blah, blah, blah. It's not a good situation over there.
And when you have a limited amount of business I got to be honest, Chicago, I've been in a lot of cities, and there's DJs all over, but Chicago seems to have a lot of DJs.
Well, Chicago has fucking great DJs.
It has great DJs, but I'm just saying it has a lot of DJs. I'm not saying that they're like fucking shitty, but because the supply and demand, it makes it difficult for you to tell a company, you know what I'm saying, go fuck yourself. I'm not going to DJ for that rate when they got fucking 15 other DJs from the city and suburbs that are willing to do it for that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, I get what you're saying.
It's been a little bit of a struggle because, when we left, we spent years getting our money up.
The kids were getting paid.
We spent fucking years plotting and scheming
and grinding and working long fucking nights, not sleeping.
Yeah, you're right.
While everybody else was doing fucking blow and fucking waking up at the Trump Tower, we were fucking making videos, okay? Yeah. But the kids were getting paid.
We got our fucking money up.
And then fucking COVID-19.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to. It takes time to get your money up.
It takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of like the right moves to get your money up. Because it can't just be like, I put in all this work, so now I'm only going to do it for this. No, you have to get to the point where they're asking you,
right?
And you can have another person asking you. You
already work a Friday night somewhere, and this place wants you to do Friday nights because they see how good of a job you're doing, what's happening. So now you have somebody that's already paying you. You have somebody that wants to pay you. You put them against each other
and you get
in the nicest way possible.
But yeah, and a lot of fucking thought out emails. You know what I'm saying? A lot of business.
Shouts to my brother.
Yeah, our head editor,
fucking secretary.
But yeah, like it's all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people think it's just about like fucking making a cool flyer or making a fucking what were those things that EPK?
Yeah,
that doesn't fucking mean shit.
I'll
be honest.
For
every fucking person I send an EPK to, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wasted your time. I'm sorry that I wasted my money.
We came in at like the tail end of that.
Like, I have one. I have like a dope PDF fucking whoop-de-woo, but like no one really reads that. Because let me tell you something. I'm in a position now where I book DJs, and when people send me an EPK, I'm like, ugh. really? Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
like,
you reply. You're like, just
I don't even reply.
TikTok. Show
I don't
me
even
how many
reply.
TikTok followers you got.
I don't even reply. And it's not that I don't think they're a quality DJ. It's just like, that's not who I'm looking to book. I'm not looking to book someone who's got a fucking cool EPK. Like, that means nothing.
Yeah.
Do you have a following? Like, is your following local? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Also, the internet and social media at that time when those EPKs were actually doing something, when it was worth it to get one, and when sending one out would make have an influence on the person booking you, like the internet and social media was so new that you didn't really know that it was all a lie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everything in the EPK is a padded stat. It's a lie. Like you know
it's
what
almost
I mean?
cringeworthy when you look at it now. You're like, that fucking picture of me like by a piano, like,
yeah.
So I had like a really dope photographer that I kind of stumbled across, and they were like, yo, we want to like do this, because they would do like tutorials for like photographers and stuff like that, and they're like, yo, we'll do you like this whole like production fucking photo shoot, and somewhere online there's these fucking pictures, and they're dope pictures, but they're like, when I look at them, I'm like, I'm standing next to like I don't even like muscle cars. I'm a lowrider guy. Like, why was that? But that was like the car they provided. And at the time, I didn't have a fucking car. And then fucking, there's like one in front of a piano. I'm lighting a match in one. They just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they were dope pictures. And I think they were trying to like give examples of like the different pictures they could do and like using light sources. And to me, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got free press pics. And then I people probably thought I was a douchebag when I sent those out. I don't know. That's how I feel.
I knew you were a douchebag when I saw him, but that's just me.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like a free photo shoot. What am I gonna do? Not use them?
How about like the list of accolades for like who you've opened for?
Oh yeah,
and you're just like I was in the green room, you know, while fucking the baby was performing. So yeah, I opened for him. Like you're just throwing any show you've been at where you maybe had a small thing to do with it. You were working the ticket booth or something.
Yeah. So to paint the picture for anybody who's watched this who's not a DJ, so EPK is an electronic press kit, and basically it's your resume, right? And
it's a resume for an entertainer, probably. I think any sort of entertainer who's trying to get booked has this.
Right. And so it'll have like your bio on one page. The next page will be like maybe some people who you've opened for or played for, notable clients and stuff like that.
Companies, corporations that have booked you. Red Bull, I did a party for Grey Goose.
Yeah.
And like you're trying to collect
these
things. You're trying to do these things to build your resume.
Exactly. And you're putting this EPK together. And usually when you're putting an EPK together, I'm not going to say everyone who has the EPK was their first EPK, but a lot of people, when they put it together, it's just because you're like, okay, this is what I do. I Googled, how to be a fucking DJ, and it says this is what I need.
Also, the old guys...
guys that's probably
would tell
actually,
you that's what you need. Like,
because
Rock City probably got booked off his EPK
100%.
Like crazy.
Or if I think about like the Captains or somebody like in that era, and I'm like, I found their EPK somewhere online through their website that they did because they were actually doing parties for fucking entertainment.
That class of DJs, like that was the thing that worked. That's why I was saying we came in at the end.
Exactly.
Of it. Like,
so we're all chasing that thing that was hot in 2006, in 2012 or 15, whatever the case was, and we just looked like douchebags probably. Yeah. But I don't know. Actually, I can't think if I ever got booked off of that, or if I did, it was just.
I definitely did not. For sure, I did not.
I mean, it's so unlikely that I can't think of.
This camera is fucking fucked.
Oh, it's choppy, like what I said it was, and you told me it wasn't. That choppy?
Yeah.
This fucking guy's too cheap to buy a new camera.
Bro, I got all sorts.
You're getting YouTube money now.
Don't make me bust a 360 cam out live stream. Bro.
We might only get 30 views, but we've got like 30 videos, so.
One view per video.
One view per video. By the time we make 1 million videos, kids are going to get a check.
I'll be able to put on the Strategy and Dolo show EPK that we have 1 million views.
That's exactly how it works. That's exactly how it works. Because I would put, I think I put like streams on there. So I like added up all the streams I got on SoundCloud and fucking, so I'm like, over 250,000 streams. And it's like, over the course of like 15 mixes on 7 different platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that's the game, and or that was the game.
That was the game.
Now it's like, are you vaccinated? Yes or no?
Oh my God, bro! Don't even
shout out to the Vax DJs.
Don't even say that word. I just saw that YouTube is anybody that says anything bad about the vaccine, the video's dead. They take it down.
What?
Yeah, that's like their new. They came out with like a statement that said that.
How is that?
Welcome to China, my boy.
Yo, dead ass though. That's like
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, bitches. Wow.
It's Japanese, isn't it? Didn't you yell at me the other day for saying that to a young Korean woman? And you were like, that's fucking Japanese, you piece
Is
of
it
shit.
Japanese? I don't know. Well, we're going to know soon enough when Mandarin Chinese becomes the fucking language.
John Cena's ahead of the game, bro.
Yo, that video is so wild.
John Cena is ahead of the game. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. All right, but we sidetracked a little bit. Let me get back to this story. Let me close my eyes here. Let me paint this picture for myself. I walk into Hush at about 12:30. I'm pretty fucking hammered. You know what I mean? It's pink, it's dim, there's purple lighting, there's the bar. It's everyone's bopping around. The energy is right, and it's people that came for not what I had to offer, not like they came there for me, DJ Strategy, but they came for what Hush had to offer. You know what I'm saying? They came, they said, I'm coming here to enjoy myself. I don't have requests. I don't need to be this person. It's a good time. Dex is playing house music, and it's nice to see people enjoy house music that don't need like a pool party and a couple mollies to do it. You know what I mean? Like Chicago, you play house here, 1 song, 2 song, people will take it. They don't enjoy it
until like the 3rd one.
Yeah, they don't enjoy it, but they'll take it. They know that you're going to go back to hip hop, so they're like, all right, we'll fucking take this shitty DOLO remix for now. But in Chicago, it was nice. People enjoyed it. And I decided, I was pretty intoxicated. I decided it was a good idea to smoke a joint inside of the establishment.
There's only certain places you can do that. But continue.
I feel, how do I want to say this, but like I kind of want to work through it before I say it. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's legal there. So
no, I don't care about smoking in there, but I'm saying like now that I'm not in Chicago, really, like I'm in Houston, right? I'm going to Chicago once a month. Essentially, I'm a out of towner,
right?
Really.
Oh,
and I don't.
You felt like the big man on campus.
Not necessarily the big man. But more to the core of that, I'm not dependent upon these places.
Yeah.
For income.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit more. I don't give a fuck.
Reckless. Yeah. Okay.
Reckless.
Yeah.
And that's freedom. That's
great.
fucking
it's beautiful.
freedom.
It's beautiful.
Yes, that's freedom to do what you want. You know what I mean? And you can take that too far and be a piece of shit and get fired or whatever. Or you can take it to the line just far enough to where it's like, oh, that was fun, unexpected. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's crazy, whatever. Depends what you do.
Like DJing with your pants off.
Yeah, wild shit. I definitely took my pants off and showed some girl my dog.
Tonight?
No,
or not tonight. This last trip?
On Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
I was wearing that underwear that had the golden retriever on the
I remember taking those press pics for you in the fucking kitchen floor before we fucking photoshopped you onto that bed of roses.
Yeah. So I felt like I don't give a fuck. I want to get high. I'm fucking drunk. I'm about to start DJing, and normally I can't get high before I DJ at a new place.
Okay.
At a new place.
Yeah.
If I'm comfortable there, if I'm at Bottled, I'm very comfortable. I've been DJing there for 6 years now. I can get as high as I want. If I'm at a new place, I get a little nervous.
Yeah.
But I was hammered already. So the nerves were gone.
out. Yeah,
the nerves were gone. And I also just felt good. I'm like, the vibe, just like I said, was like, there was no pressure. It wasn't like these are needy people that I now need to go and please. It was like, it's a fucking party in here. It's a good time in here, and we're going to have fun. So I was like, I want to get high. I want to get fucking high. So I light up the joint. I'm smoking it, whatever. Some security guard that I don't know, like, pulls it out of my mouth, you know, on some, like, angry shit. And he's like, hey, do fucking light this up again. I'm throwing you out. And I was like, I wasn't even mad because I'm like, he's fucking doing his job.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, you can't get mad at him. I was like, I'm about to start DJing right now. He was, like, still pissed off. And I start DJing. I remember seeing him tell Ed, he was like, showed him that he's like talking to Ed, oh, you know, this guy fucking strong. And I just see Ed look at me and start laughing. And I was like, all right, nice.
Yeah. That happened to me one time when I was smoking weed in Electric Hotel. And but I don't know, for some reason, like, the way the security guard came up to me, I feel like a bitch saying this, but like when he grabbed it, I was like, oh shit. Like I almost felt like a kid getting caught smoking weed. And then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like by that time he had already fucking stomped it out. Like, you can't be smoking it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you're probably gonna go home and smoke that weed. Yeah.
So I'm way too high now. I'm DJing. I get on. Thank God the switchover was smooth. I'm out of my mind. I'm both like Drake and fucking Gucci, baby. Right. We're out here. All I could think about is water. I have dry mouth like a motherfucker. I'm like, I'm so high, I'm barely hanging on.
Right.
I'm like, I need water. I'm just telling everyone in the DJ booth, like, please get me some water. Please get me some water. I just remember that first sip of it, that fucking Fiji, just going down. You feel
it. That's just about to say, when you're so high, you can feel it like working your way through your system, and you're like, oh, that feels so refreshing.
The sweet relief, it was incredible. But then, yeah, I mean, it gets a little blurry after that. After that, it gets a little blurry. We had a bottle in the booth. I'm definitely pulling shots. There was some fucking Middle Eastern guy next to me requesting shit, and I had to download it. He was spending a bunch of money on fucking bottles. The relationship, the spender nightclub relationship is a finicky one.
Yeah, how so?
For someone caught in the middle of it, right? Because, you know, the club wants to please the spender so that he'll spend the money at the club. So they bend rules. Depending on how much money you spend, depends on how far the rules get bent.
Right.
All these things come into play. And then, you know, these guys can be fucking assholes. And sometimes we have to deal with them. Yeah. I mean, I'm DJing right here, and this guy is right here. He's sitting on the top of his table, and it's right here. Like, we're fucking touching each other. And he's just getting, the more drunk he gets, the more fucking,
comfortable?
Not comfortable. What is it when you feel like you're owed something?
Entitled.
Like, entitled. The more entitled he gets. He wants this song. He wants it right now. I'm like, at one point, I remember him punching me in the arm. Because he wanted something from me. I'm like doing something, and he's like trying to tap me, and I remember him like punching me in the arm, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't want to upset this guy. I don't want to ruin my night. It's a fucking amazing night. So I'm just like, I'm going to ignore this dude. And then I was with this chick who I'm going to tell you about. She's special.
Okay.
Very special in my heart. She got the ooey gooey, dog.
Ooh,
you don't know about the ooey gooey.
The ooey gooey.
You don't know about the ooey gooey. I'm with this chick, and I'm like, fucking blacked out. I'm having the time of my life. In my mind, I'm at Coachella fucking 2018. I'm having the best DJ set I could ever have. I got this broad behind me. I'm turning around, making out with her. Every time I turn back around, there's a new homie in front of the booth. Like someone popped in from across the street to fucking hand him the bottle. It's great. And this dude's getting jealous because he doesn't have any pussy. And I'm here, I'm not spending any money. He's spending all the money, but he's got no pussy. I'm not spending any money. I'm taking some of his money that he's spending home with me, actually.
Exactly.
And I got the pussy. So he's getting mad. And he's trying to, like, get this chick to come to his table.
The girl who you're making out with.
Yeah. But he's, like, on some drunk, stupid shit. Like, he's not coherent. Right. This girl's like, why is this guy even touching me? It was just a whole thing that I just remembered now as it came up. But let's talk about the ooey gooey.
Wait, so you didn't finish the story? Like, did he do anything ridiculous to her? Or?
Nah, he didn't do anything crazy.
I get what you mean about the client relationship. Is that, like, even if he was being out of line with the girl, you still couldn't tell him to fuck off because he's kind of, like, important to the business at that point.
Yes.
Which is kind of fucked up. And I'm sure there's some fucking liberal fuck out there who's like, well, we need to figure out a way to put a stop to this kind of sexual harassment.
Who this man is. Check the cameras. I need his name. Yeah.
Well, they would probably blame the establishment for allowing it to happen because they're fucking ass backwards like that. But either way, yeah, that's a fucked up situation. And I feel for you because I've been in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, as a DJ, that's a situation that you're gonna be in because you're the coolest guy in the club without sounding like a piece of shit for saying that.
A promoter might think differently.
You are controlling you're manning the ship. I mean, if this club was a ship, you are at the helm of it, directing where it goes.
Yeah.
I want to fucking take it this way. I want to take it that way. You are in total control if you're a good DJ. So, like, when guys with ego complexes get drunk and start realizing that they're not the coolest guy in the room anymore, they need to be that guy. So they're going to come either request a song or they might come and be nice to you just to get up there. They want to stand up there and then like weasel their way in. It's like,
I used to get annoyed when people wanted to come and stand up there, especially people that you know for sure you don't know. You know what I mean? When they just come up there and they'll even dap you up and you'll be like, I've never seen this guy before in my life. And not that I wouldn't remember, but which is possible.
A lot of people in Houston do that.
But yeah, it's a big thing in Houston. People will just, what up, Tug? And I'll be like, what's up? And then at first I'd be like, who the fuck are you? Like, why are you here? And now I'm just like, fucking let them do it. I don't give a fuck. Like, it means nothing to me.
I'm like, to me, it depends. Because, like,
well, if they just come up and get a dap and then get their fucking, like, get their, like, presence known in there and then leave, okay, fine. Get your fucking picture with Santa.
A lot
Let's
of
keep it moving.
motherfuckers want to stand up there.
But when they, like, stay
TikTok
standing
dances,
up there
and
then they stay standing, and then I see him in the corner of my eye and I'm like, oh, my God. All right, so either this guy's going to, A, ask me about DJing here, B, ask me if I can play his song, or, C, just stand up here until some girl comes up here and he fishes her out. Me not being a single guy, I don't give a fuck. Fish all the girls out of the DJ booth. It doesn't really make that for you. That's a big thing. Like the pussy brings energy to your sets. I understand.
The pussy brings energy to my life.
For me, I don't really give a shit. Take them. That's fine. You're shameless enough to come up here and pretend like you know me. Do what you gotta do. Just get the fuck out of here. Because at the end of the day, that there's like an energy around a person like that fucks with my energy, and that's my problem. Is that like it's not that like he's draining my energy. It's that like they have and this sounds like fucking new age shit, but like they have like this dark energy about them. Like you can tell that like this is a shameless person who has nothing to offer in life. So the only thing that they can do is come up here and try and pretend to be somebody they're not to try and get some pussy, right?
You fucking nailed it.
And that energy fucks with my energy because I'm the opposite. I mean, I wouldn't say the opposite. I'm a human,
you're a real motherfucker.
But I'm a real motherfucker. I take pride in being a real motherfucker. And I'll tell you why. Because when I came into DJing, I never came in with an ulterior motive of becoming a cool guy or using it to get pussy. When I came into DJing, I came in to make mixes. I came in to make mixes because I love music. And then so it evolved into being a nightclub DJ because that's where the money's at, blase, etc. But the club always came second to the DJing. These people, the club is
life.
Club is life. The club is life, which is cool, and I respect it because now the club has become my life as well. I was never opposed to clubs, but that was never the motive. So when a motherfucker comes up and I can tell they only are trying to be a DJ because they want to be that person.
Yeah,
I don't respect that.
It's a different type of person, and it's not to say that they have bad intentions. Like they do have bad intentions, but not on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like malicious. They're not up there like trying to take your job, like on some I don't like this guy. But they're so out for themselves.
Yeah.
That the disregard for anybody else is like an offensive energy.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of the Houston rappers that try and get me to play their shit. Not all of them, because honestly, the ones that I play are usually the ones that I familiarize with. That I'm like, this motherfucker's actually cool. Like, he brings me shots. He like kicks it. Like, I don't feel like he's just waiting for an opportunity to get me to play his music. He's just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those guys. But there are those guys who are annoying as fuck, dude. Annoying as shit. And they're like, while I'm DJing, Yo, what's your email? Let me send this to you. Or here, can you play my track? Here, go on YouTube right now. Download this right now and play this. And I'm like, no, like get the fuck away from me. No, bro, I promise you, when you hear this, this is going to be the hottest thing you've ever played. And I'm like, that's 100% of the time not the case.
Never.
Anybody who hypes up their music that bad has to hype it up because the music is shit.
It's never been the case.
And the beats might be dope. They might have a rich parent that fucking pays for the best producers and engineers, but their voice, bro, that I've become more conscious of this since living in Houston because I'm listening to a lot of like, you know, rappers who are on their grind, right? It doesn't matter who the engineer or how good the engineer is or how good the producer is even or how good the songwriter is. It's all boils down to the voice. And I can hear that instantly. If the voice is not good, and it's even if you have fucking vocoder or fucking auto-tune, the voice still is important. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you can get it pitch perfect, if it's audibly, sonically, it just sounds like shit, it doesn't matter what you do, bro, you're not going to be a good rapper. I swear to God. Stop wasting your time. Are you talking
about like the confidence that you can hear in somebody's voice?
No, I'm talking about the God-given sonic sound of a voice.
The frequency of the voice.
Everything. Which I don't even know if I would say like, because again, it's not pitch because I hear some of these guys and they got so much auto-tune on them, like it still just doesn't sound audibly pleasing. Like it doesn't matter, and that's why I want to tell them, like, unless you change your fucking voice, which maybe they can. You know, some people, I mean, if you listen to like their hot shit versus like their early shit, you'll be like, all right, this guy figured out how to work his voice.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, lyrics, when we're talking about club music, hip hop, you know, lyrics don't matter anymore. That's evident. Like we know that, right? But beats are so easy to get good trap beats that the beat's not even important. And engineering, like microphones, to get a good quality microphone is not that hard to come by. You know, you don't need a big studio. What you need is to figure out a way to make your voice sound good. And I think people don't realize that, or at least a lot of these rappers that I'm listening to, that I'm hearing, they don't understand that thing because I'm like, I can't get past the shriekiness of their voice. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
So, if you're an up-and-coming rapper, think about that. Listen to your voice. Don't listen to your lyrics. Listen to your voice.
Also, like, I feel like you don't have to have a specific voice, but I feel like you would have to make
your voice sound good.
Right. You would have to make the type of music that your voice sounds right for.
And also, and everybody's voice is different, right? So It's not like you have a good voice or you don't have a good voice, but you got to find a way to make your voice sound good. Case in point, talking on the mic when you're DJing. You can't necessarily just use your own voice, but you also don't have to use DJ Drama's voice. You can use Strategy's voice, right? I say Strategy's because I don't fucking get on the mic because I haven't mastered that skill yet. But I'm also conscious of that and therefore don't pollute my client's ears with my fucking shitty voice.
Just
you know what I'm saying? Only on podcasts.
Practice makes perfect.
But yeah,
you don't have a shitty voice. You just, when you don't have the confidence behind your voice, when you feel like,
maybe that's what it is.
When you feel like, fuck, because I feel that way all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. You have the mic in your hand and you're like, they don't want to hear me. They want to hear fucking Kanye West. They want to hear Drake. They don't want to hear me. But when you just have the confidence, that's when it comes through.
Yeah.
Because that's why I was asking earlier about the voice. Are you talking about like the confidence behind it?
It could be confidence. It could be lack thereof confidence. And I just, as a consumer, digest it as this doesn't sound good. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people might look past that. But I would say being a DJ for fucking 16 years, I probably know a thing or two about what people want to hear.
Yeah. Or not even what they want to hear, but how to read them to understand what they want to hear.
Well, yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah, and I'm not just saying everyone wants to hear this, but like when you're a DJ, right, and you try and be at the helm of new music, you have to consume a lot of music, and you have to like process. Okay, this is good, this is bad. This is good, this is bad. This is good, this is bad.
You have to go eventually quick. You go through the music quick. You listen to the first 30
You don't have
seconds.
enough hours in a day to listen to every fucking song front to back. You kind of got to jump in the middle, the beginning, and kind of be like, okay, within a few seconds, this is good, this is not. You know what I'm saying? So after doing that for so long, you become you have a seasoned ear. You know what I'm saying? And when I hear some of these rappers, I'm like, right away, I'm like, this is not it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you might be a cool person, but this record ain't it. And I'm not gonna play it during my set and look like an asshole unless you pay me a lot of money.
You got a couple $100,
couple hundred. You better give me a couple thousand, baby.
Ever since the first time we talked about getting paid for a request on this podcast, that has come to my mind every single time somebody has come up to make a request, and it's starting to upset me.
How so?
Because we said, like, how can you expect to be at a nightclub where you're paying for everything? You're paying for a drink. You're paying $16. You're in Miami. You're paying $25 for a drink. You're paying good money for anything in there. And then you just think that you could walk up to the DJ and pick a song, the song that everybody's going to hear. Like, you're changing, you are, for however long that song is on, feeling like this is you. You did this to the whole club. And you think you could get that for free? You think it costs $16 for a vodka soda?
You can't even
pick a
wash
fucking song for free.
You can't even wash your fucking hands without paying in a nightclub. Let's be fucking real. And then you want to go up to the DJ and fucking make everyone listen to whatever the fuck song you want for free?
It's starting to make me mad.
Well, yeah.
And especially people with like dumb requests. Like, can you play this Arabic song for me? I'm like, you have no money for me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you got money? And he pulls out $10.
Bro, I'll tell you.
Like, $10, you can't get a fucking drink with $10, but you think I'm going to play this off-the-wall, obscure Arabic song that has nothing to do with anything I've been playing for the last 3 hours for $10.
Right. You know who gets fucking requests on their fucking presentations is when they spend fucking like $10,000, $15,000 on booze, and they still only get like 10 seconds of a song.
Right.
Fuck you, right? All right, so here's the thing. I still kind of feel bad, and I'm probably an asshole for this, but my new thing is just I go like this. When they put their phone up, I don't even like go, fuck your phone, or try to ignore them anymore. I just go like this. And if they have the money, then they'll break bread, and if they don't, they walk away. It's proven to be the most effective way to get rid of requests. Just put your hand up like this.
I will tell you right now that before I retire from DJing, I will throw somebody's phone.
Okay, Jesse Seeley.
I will do it. I'm telling you, and this is coming from that what I was talking about earlier. That freedom of not feeling like I can't fuck this up.
Once you're to like a point where you're just only headlining when you want, and you could tell a venue to fuck themselves.
I promise you, somebody's going to fucking put their phone in my face in the wrong manner at the wrong time, and I'm going to throw it.
I've seen some funny videos online of people doing that.
Yeah.
Did you see the one with the Asian lady who they put it up there and the guy throws it to the side, and then the girlfriend comes you think she's going to give the phone back to the customer, and she goes, whoop.
Yeah.
I was like,
throws it off, yeah.
Gangster. Love
Hell
it.
Yeah. It's going to happen, bro. I hope it doesn't. I hope by the time I reach that point where I'm ready to do it, the phone thing is not a thing anymore. Like, I hope it fizzles out.
I think people are becoming more conscious of it because, but I still get at least one a night of somebody putting their phone in my face. And then, sometimes I'll just look at them like an asshole and they'll be like, oh, and then they'll realize, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to be that guy. I'll be like, yeah, you don't want to be that guy. And then they'll be like, oh, shit, how can I still ask him for this request without showing my phone? By that time, it's gone. Unless you fucking, you want your request, just hold up money. Hold up $100 bill.
Come through with $100.
Hold up $100 bill in my face all you want. Make a fucking little paper airplane and peck me in the eye with it. I'll be cool.
Write the request on a $100 bill. I feel like it's our duty. No one respects what the fuck is happening in the DJ booth only because they don't understand what's happening.
Right.
They just think that you're like
just playing music.
They assume that what you're doing is exactly what they do in the car, which is go on Spotify and look for what they want, and it's like a brainless activity that anybody can do. I feel like it's our duty to tell like pedestrian customers, nightlife consumers, what's happening in the DJ booth and maybe start to gain some traction on some respect for the DJ so that people understand. Because, I'm sick of looking like an asshole for being an asshole when I should be an asshole, but you don't think so. You think I'm being an asshole because you think that I'm just up here doing Spotify and I'm overreacting. I got fucking 2 songs going at once. You're trying to talk in my ear and show me your phone. I'm trying to blend, get my next song ready, and I got a presentation coming up in 35 seconds. There's a lot going on, And you need to understand when to talk to a DJ. Like, you need to be able to look at him and be like, oh, he's not mixing right now. Maybe I'll go in right now. You know what I mean?
And I think on top of all that, it's so many years of that. Eventually, as a DJ, you're just like, fuck you and your request. And then we look like an asshole. I mean, I gotta say, it's kind of like how police officers, you know what I'm saying? How, like, people are like, fucking cops are such assholes, right? But, like, they don't think about, like, the shit that cops have to go through. I'm not, like, a fucking big adamant pusher for the cops. Fuck them to a degree because, you know, they've made me pay a lot of money in fines and legal shit over the years. But I do understand it as an adult and as a fucking intelligent human being.
And a pedestrian.
There's two sides to the story.
And a pedestrian who maybe at some point will need to call the police because these things happen.
Yeah.
You need to understand that being in that position, you're literally going to work every day thinking like, I might get shot.
Straight up. And this shit happened.
The fucked up thing is I can relate to that now. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can relate to that.
Facts, though.
We are fucking police officers.
Do you remember?
We go to fucking work every night thinking about the possibility of getting shot. That's what I was thinking about when this fucking piece of shit asshole is fucking with me. I'm like, is it worth a fight? Is it worth upsetting him and the club and he's a spender? But more than that, this is like a fucking, you can just tell he's a greasy, rich, like, I don't give a fuck, I don't care, I'll stab you because I have enough money to get out of it, like, kind of guy. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that. Like, motherfuckers are really getting shot in the clubs.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's fucking insane.
It's a wild place.
That's where we're at.
So, yeah, just know that. Your DJ is the same. Give him the same respect as the law enforcement.
Yeah, well, right now, that's fucking nothing.
Okay.
Give him the same respect as law enforcement in 1998.
Yeah, right, exactly. All right, so we haven't even touched the topic. I think it's been
a minute.
Can
we talk about the ooey gooey?
All right, let's explain to the people what it is.
I forgot that it even existed. Like, this is a hard thing to come by.
Yeah, you don't get it every day. Usually you get it only through toxic relationships.
I really think that the only other ooey gooey I've ever experienced is my ex-girlfriend.
Mine's a few exes in the past as well.
Yeah,
it's not every day, and that's not just to say of girlfriends. That's like any girl.
Any girl. Like okay, a regular wet vagina is like a water-based kind of wet.
Yes,
it's just like, it's great. There's nothing bad about it. But when you get that ooey gooey,
the ooey gooey, the viscosity of it is similar to snot. Almost.
It's like a snotty
It's like a
pussy.
mucus.
Yeah.
It's a mucusy pussy.
Yeah.
Which sounds disgusting until you put your penis inside it.
It's magical.
And it almost has like an electricity in it. It's like electrically charged. Like, this tingle's different.
This
is like
fucking quicksand.
It's dangerous, is what it is.
You
it's
get
extremely dangerous.
You get trapped. It sucks you in like quicksand. I mean, this girl, I brought her home and I started feeling around. We're playing, you know what I mean? We're making out a little bit.
You took your fingers out and you could see the stretch.
Butt.
Is that?
I could feel it.
But
in there.
Okay. This is what it is. All right. If you ever think you might have engaged in some ooey gooey, dip your finger in. Okay. Take it out. Hold your hand up by a light. And do one of these numbers, and if it stretches,
if it's webbed, if your hand's webbed,
if it's more than webbed though, it's like when you like blow a bubble and like in the thing, like, you know, you can see through the transparency. Mm-hmm. It's like a straight cream fucking. Yeah. It's not even like stringy. It's like the whole like you could blow on it and blow a bubble probably. You know
I wonder
what I'm saying?
what that is. I'd like to talk to somebody who's educated in sex education and understand.
It's a yeast
what
infection.
That is. Yeah, right. It's like a bad thing. It's like a fucking.
Like,
STD.
do not ever. It is a bad thing because if you fuck something like that, you might fuck your whole life up.
I know. Oh, this is the fucking. I forgot to even tell you about Friday night. This girl, which now it all makes sense. Now it all makes sense on why this man was so upset when he lost her.
You think he
lost the ooey gooey? I don't know if he fucked her. I don't know if maybe he fingered her and found out about it. I don't know, but this girl came to the club with a dude.
Oh, yeah, that's a small detail you left out. You're like,
well,
this guy's harassing her. It's her fucking boyfriend?
No, not this guy. Not the spender guy.
Okay,
some other guy. This girl comes to the club with some other guy. And I'm DJing, right? I'm in the fucking zone, bro. I'm drunk. I'm high. I'm home. It's just, every time I think about it, it puts a smile on my face. I have no concern with anybody else around me in the moments of my blends. You know what I mean? So I'm DJing, and this girl is kind of warming up to me. I met her before I started DJing, and I met her, and I hit on her. I don't know what I said. It's something stupid, but she wasn't like super receptive, but she wasn't like, fuck you. It was still kind of in the middle. I start DJing, and now this girl's like on my shit. So I'm like, all right, we're definitely fucking. In the middle of my set, Khalid comes up to me, and he's like, bro, I just watched this girl crush this man's soul. And I was like, wait, what happened? And he's like, yo, she went up to him and she was like, yo, you got to leave. Like, you got to go. I'm staying here with him. You got to go.
Oh, yeah.
He said that he came back and she walked him out after that. Like, she sent him off. He dipped, came back, and then she left, like, put him in an Uber and came back with me. Right?
You know what?
So I didn't really think anything of it at the time. And then in the morning, she's all freaking out because her car and her car keys and her belongings are at this guy's house, and he's holding it hostage. She's like, I got to get home to my dogs. I work tonight, this and that. She lives far. And he's like, fuck you, bitch. I'm not giving you your shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't blame him. I'm not even mad. Like, I'm not mad at the guy. You fucking shitted all over his life.
Yeah.
All he has is this little bit of enjoyment of calling you names and holding your shit hostage after you just fucking
I hope he
his heart
fucking
up.
burned it, you bitch. I don't even know you. Fuck you, because you remind me of someone.
Bro.
But let me tell you something. I think we got a new name for Ooey Gooey. Satan Snot.
Satan Snot, bro.
That's what it is.
That's
it's
when
Satan
I realized.
Snot.
I was like, you got good pussy. I literally told her, I was like, you got good pussy.
Oh, she knew it. She didn't need you to tell
That's why
her.
this man is upset.
Oh, they know it. They know it. This is no fucking surprise to her. She knows, and she ruins guys' lives on a daily basis. Yes. And that's the fucking blood fuel for her existence. And so I don't give a fuck how good your pussy is, bitch. If you can't fucking bring something to the table other than toxicity, fuck you and your pussy. That's how I feel at 36 years old.
I mean,
straight up. Good pussy is good pussy, and it's all good.
But that ooey gooey, dog, that fucking
Satan Snot. Satan Snot.
That fucking Hall & Oates, dog. That's Sarah's smile. Ooh.
All I gotta say is, if you've never experienced it, experience it, but heed so with danger.
Yeah, you understand what you're getting.
It's not your pussy to have. Just know that.
Understand what you're getting into.
They need to have a disclaimer like tattooed on their pussy, like when you pull down the pants, like you see the fucking little honey dripping out of that motherfucker, and it just has a warning. Anyone who puts their penis in this vagina may lose their soul in doing so. Yeah.
I can't believe I fucking forgot about that.
Minor technicality. Though this is not the first time you've watched a girl crush a guy right before you go fuck her. This is nothing new to you. This is kind of your thing.
I mean, is it fucked up for me to say that?
Oh, don't tell me you got hard off it.
That, like,
sick fuck.
I feel like I was a little bit more into it because.
Well, yeah, you felt like the dominant. You were the alpha.
There was like a primal emotion that came out when I was fucking. I mean, it was a combination of everything. It was the ooey gooey. It was the fact that, like, I won this one. I mean, even the
every heartbroken guy watching this right now is like wants to kill you.
First of all, I'm fucking heartbroken right now, so I'm trying to mend my own damage
by destroying others.
I'm trying to glue my heart back together with the ooey gooey.
Well, listen, if it wasn't you to fuck this girl, it would have been somebody else. So you did what you had to do.
I mean, I was fucking. You ever back in the day, when you were a single man, are you a dirty talker?
Yeah, I've been known to say some fucking weird shit.
I mean, I like to make them tell me that it's my pussy, but this time it felt deeper than any other time. I'm like, that's my.
I know you
pussy.
remember when JP
Tell me
told
that's
you.
my fucking pussy, and she was telling me.
Oh yeah.
And I was fucking believing it. I believed it. Now listen, I know I'm not fucking.
You're just role playing that it's your.
I'm
pussy.
just role playing. I understand that it's not mine. You know what I mean? But in the moment, it feels good to think it is.
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
You probably remember JP telling this story. One time in Milwaukee on Dex's couch, I was making love, not making love,
Well, you might have
okay, I was fucking this girl, and I had fucked her a couple times before. Never like texted her or talked to her or anything like that. But somehow in my drunken dirty talk, I was meaning to say something along the lines of "Tell me whose pussy this is," or like "Tell me you love this shit," and it came out as "Tell me you love me."
Oh yeah. I remember when JP told me.
and mind you, my
He's in
boy.
the next room? He's
No,
like-
he's in the same room. He's sitting on the end of the couch while I'm fucking. And I'm just wasted, not even thinking that. I didn't even remember saying that until like he said it. Then I thought about it, and she did say it. I don't think she meant it, which I didn't mean it either. But it came out as that. And trying to explain it to your boy, he's like the opposite of a Drake. Like he's like the guy who like hates Drake only because of Marvin's Room.
Yeah.
He's like a very like Future kind of guy. Like fuck these hoes. And then I'm over here telling this girl, "Tell me you love me."
Tell me you love me. Tell me you love me.
She said it though.
Hey,
But
I
yeah,
respect her for going with it.
she was role playing. She was down with the
Because
role
there's
play.
nothing worse than trying to dirty talk a girl and telling her to say something and she doesn't say it.
Yeah.
That's an instant boner kill. I might stop fucking right then and there.
Oh no, it's definitely a boner kill when a girl won't fucking fall through, or like you're doing something mildly vanilla and then she's like, "Pineapple, I can't do this," and you're just like, or you know what the worst is, like you ever been fucking a girl and they like start having a conversation about something, and they be like, "Well, what? No, like what? Can we talk about this later? Like I'm inside of you." Have you ever had that happen?
I have had not a conversation.
Not a
That would
conversation,
really-
but
that
just
would
like
really
something
make me mad.
gets brung up where it's like, and then you're like, "Yo, like what?" And they're like, "Oh no, we'll talk about it after." And I'm like, "No,
You
like
just fucked this whole
whole
up.
thing is done."
It's definitely it goes back to like being in the moment kind of thing. For me, I can get in my head real quick when I'm fucking. When once that happens, it's over. Once you're thinking like, "Oh, I'm gonna lose my boner," or like,
Well,
"What
yeah, we
if
talked
I
about
lose
it
my boner?"
on the last episode, and of course, Diamond Cut decided to fucking put that up about me fucking losing my boner. Thanks,
What did
Diamond
it
Cut.
say?
The you didn't watch the highlight you just posted?
I did, but
It was something along the lines of if I thinking to go get the condom,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
in
go
a
get the
time like
condom,
losing your concentration, and
That's
your dick
right.
going.
That's right. You're yeah.
I mean that's real life shit. But yeah, of course. I mean, you need to be in the
Anything
zone.
that takes me out of that moment, like I can't recover.
Yeah.
I personally cannot recover. It even happened to me the other night. I had the ooey gooey come back because I had to have a little second taste.
Yeah, of course.
It's ooey gooey. I got to make it last for as long as I can.
Of course.
So, I'm massaging her. I'm doing my thing. She's at Strategy Spa. Blah blah blah. We got the CBD coconut oil. We got the candles
shit.
lit. There's some Miguel on. It's fucking. It's going well. I'm in my zone. I'm good. And then I'm doing my thing. The squirtinator comes out, and the squirtinators. It's
It's own.
from the outside looking in, it looks a little rough. I mean, it is rough. Like you gotta
Jerk
like
it.
yeah, you gotta like work it and get you're working for that squirt.
Working for a squirtin'.
So and then the girl's like, "Oh, just do me a favor. Like I'm still sore from the other night. It hurts a little bit." And like once she said that, I was out of my zone. I'm in my head.
Wait. Her saying it hurts from the other night is saying that hurt you? I mean, I feel like when I'm fucking crushing some pussy, I want to feel like I'm hurting them.
I want to feel like I'm hurting them, but I don't want them to be so hurting that they have to tell me, "Oh, it hurts." Like, relax a little bit. You know
I don't
what
know,
I'm saying?
dog. I don't know,
like that.
dog. We might differ on that one because
I don't like that because I feel like I have a good calibration for what I'm doing. I feel like I'm driving a ship. Like, I'm in the
Well, then
pussy.
again, this is also not from your penis. This is from your hand.
It's from my hand.
If it was
right.
from your dick, you're like, yeah,
If
that's
it was
right.
from- yeah. Well, no. Even if it's from my dick, I don't want to like. I want to hurt him I want to hurt him so that it hurts good that they don't say that it hurts.
I don't know, dog. I don't know, dog. I don't know,
All
dog.
right, but whatever. She tells me this, and now I'm thrown off. My whole calibration is off because I think I know, this is good pressure because it normally is. But now I'm thrown off. I'm like, I don't want to hurt her. Is this hurting? I'm like, I had to take a break. I literally had to tell her. I was like, yo, we got to go like eat some food or something and come back. I'm too in my head now. I got to fucking get out of it. Thankfully, I recovered and we had a strong ending. I laid it down. Thanks to the Cialis Khalid gave me the other night.
You do realize that her ex-boyfriend thing is definitely watching this right now.
I don't know. I don't know the dude. She's not from the city.
But I will say, if I was, in a toxic relationship with a young lady and we went to a club and she was like, fuck you, I'm fucking the DJ, I would be like, all right, who's that DJ? Where does he live? I gotta kill this guy. But then when I find out he's got a fucking podcast, I'm gonna be like, listen to it. Right now he's fucking crying. And I just want to let you know, dog, I've been there. You can do better. You'll be all right.
No, honestly, this is a lesson for anybody who thinks that you can wife up a girl that you met in the club at 24 and you're going out with her and she is going to the club because she knows the DJ and then she's hugging like 6 dudes on the way in and she
just knows everybody in the industry.
And it's all this
nah,
and
she's
that.
fucked them all.
And I'm not saying she's a bad girl or anything, but she's doing her thing. You got to be able to see when a girl is doing her thing.
Right.
Maybe that time will end at some point. You can gauge it out. That's when you can try and swoop in and
hopefully
maybe
it ends
hold
at some
down.
point. Otherwise, they turn into that fucking. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this guy saw some red flags that he decided to ignore, but now are proven to have been something that he should have paid attention to.
The
and
Satan
hopefully he learns
snot
a lesson.
will make you overlook red flags. Heavy red flags.
Satan's
red
snot is something
neon
special.
signs. You will overlook for the creamy pussy.
Ooey gooey it's just comfortable.
I don't know.
It's like being on all couches are nice. You know what I mean? Just to lay down on a couch is like, oh, I'm relaxing, throw the TV on. But then you hit that one couch that just fucking forms to your body and it sucks you in and it couples your head where it needs to be and it's just
and you get up and there's just a wet spot all over your fucking body.
Yeah.
Great couch.
It's like it's just nice. It feels like you're at home. You know what I mean? We all came out of a vagina.
And we've just been trying to get back in.
And we've just been trying to get back in since we left. That's exactly right. And some vaginas feel more homey than others,
Bro, there's definitely some vaginas that don't feel like home.
They don't feel like home at all.
And I don't know if it's just the chemical makeup or what it is. Because to someone, that's a good pussy. Because I know girls in the past that I've smashed where I was like, that is the worst pussy I've ever had.
And then
like a week later, she's got like a fucking fiance, and I'm like, bro, like what? But then I thought like maybe it's me, not you. Like I don't know. We'll never know because you can't live through another man's penis unless you're into that.
Yeah, and also this comes back to like the whole internet, like. People what people believe on the internet kind of thing that we always talk about. She was like talking to me and she was like, yeah, I watched some of your clips on your Instagram, and she was like, I saw that clip where you were like, if a girl has bad tattoos and she has good pussy and this girl has some decent tattoos, but she was like, do I have bad tattoos? And at first I was like,
all right.
Yeah, but she was like,
and you fucked her and you're like, these are horrible tattoos.
Yeah, I was like, your tattoos are horrible because your pussy is A1. But she was like super hung up on it. She like she asked me about it like multiple times. Like it was like real, like that was something that I had thought about and crafted like a statement. Like I was on a fucking podium giving a speech. I was like, yo, that's just something I like said. Like whereas in the moment, it's like it sounds funny, it's stupid, it's somewhat true, but like, there's no real thought behind that.
There's
And that's
definitely
what this
thought
whole
behind the
fucking
ooey gooey.
podcast is.
But there is thought behind the ooey gooey. Do not get that twisted. That is not just something that sounds good. That's something that feels
that's a
good,
real
and that's
thing.
something that's dangerous.
That is a real living creature on this earth. That's undeniable. That's not a thought that came from my head. That is an existing...
Years of experience have gone into this thought. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of vaginas have gone into this thought. I mean, I'm not going to put your number out there because I don't know it anymore, but I know what it was years ago, but that's besides the point. I think it's fair to say you know a thing or two about pussies. You've seen a couple. You've touched a couple. You've fucked a couple.
I've seen and touched and fucked a couple pussies, and I even came out of one, like we said.
So are you somewhat of a gynecologist expert kind? Not a gynecologist, but you know.
I mean,
you know
I
a thing or
would
two.
say that
You have an educated decision on this.
I don't know if educated is the word. I think experienced.
Okay,
I have an experienced idea of the
Female
vaginal canal
from a man's perspective.
from a man's perspective. Yes.
Okay.
I think that's
That's your new title. I think by the next episode you should have a little thing up here.
Yeah,
a seasoned
like a
vaginal
corporate
canal
name tag.
from man's perspective expert. All right. Should we get we got to get started on this video.
All right. We need some fucking food too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is great. This has been a great time. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're back every week. You got anything? Maybe some announcements you want to make, or where
I'll
you
be
gonna be at this
DJing
week?
tonight at a strip club called Pull Cats, and if you want to come, I got a hookah and I got some tips to share. Also, there'll be a bottle of tequila. That's another story. But yeah, they always take care of me there. Love that place. And we'll be at Bottle Blonde Friday night together.
Friday night strategy and Dolo show, the greatest party on earth, the longest lasting Friday night party
in the
on
universe.
the face of this fucking universe.
Yes.
There is not a party that has lasted longer on a Friday night than the strategy and Dolo show. That is a fact. That is a researched, well thought out fact.
Scientifically proven.
Scientifically proven through geological research.
We carbon dated our party, and it's the longest in the history of the universe.
Yeah, so you come check that out. And shouts to Cuts, because I'm going to Arizona on Sunday for his birthday.
Oh,
and
fuck.
it's going to get a little reckless.
Damn it! I wanted to go to that.
It's going to get a little reckless. So make sure you tune in for that. Tune back in next week. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. Like the video.
Tell a friend.
If you want to join the Strat Pack, you could do that. Patreon.com/partywithstrategy. Definitely tell a friend. If anything in here was funny, you know what I'm saying? Time stamp it, send it to a homie. Throw it in a group chat. I mean, that's the best thing you could do for us is throw it in a group chat.
You know, it's really that easy. You just copy the URL and then you just drop it. Just start fucking spamming it to all your friends.
Yeah.
Just copy, paste. That's it. Simple.
Help the kids out a little bit. You know what I'm
We
saying?
do this for y'all. Do something for us. You know
I
what I'm
do it
saying?
for me.
Well, he does it for himself because he's selfish, but
I'm
you
a
know.
piece of shit. We talked about that earlier. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Have a good night. Peace.